Well, we always love it when the mayor stops by for a conversation about all things going on in the city. Thanks for being back with us, Mayor Tim Kabat.
Great to be back.
I wanted to first ask you about a story that came out a couple of weeks ago about the housing reassessment that happened in the city. A lot of people, I saw on my Facebook feed a lot of people not happy about this. Explain the process and how the city came to reassess the way that they did.
Well, the one challenge, and I can totally understand where people are frustrated, is that we have not done a citywide reevaluation since 2008. So I've told folks, our staff and council members and the community, that that's really on me. I should have been pushing harder to get that done, because you really want to keep as current as possible with your home values. And when you fall behind, it's difficult to catch up. So this process really was to look citywide. For folks that might be trying to buy or sell a house right now, they know that our housing market here in La Crosse is pretty hot. There's not a huge inventory, and prices are going up. So we're trying to really do an update and make sure that everybody's home is valued fairly and as close to the market as possible. So we go through this process every few years. Like I said, it's been a while, unfortunately, that we're catching up, but I like to try to reassure folks that does not mean that your property taxes are going to increase. We are still going to hold the line on our spending and our property tax levy, so we should see a corresponding drop in the mill rate, and hopefully for the most part, people's taxes won't change all that much.
Okay, interesting. A couple of sites that I wanted to talk to you about. The first one is the old Kmart site. The building is sitting there. I drive by it every day. It is empty. Are there any plans in the works right now?
They are working on, so the new owners of the property, the folks that own the Village Shopping Center, they have purchased that site, and we've been working with them now for, I believe it's been almost a year since the Kmart first announced that they were selling the property, really trying to get a use or a combination of uses there that would be of benefit to the neighborhood. We'd like to see still a combination of residential uses, of some commercial uses, and we've talked about that as potentially maybe a public safety site, because we are trying to identify new locations for our fire stations, and that is one possibility, just because it's got such great access and would have an opportunity to do that. So we're in ongoing conversations. We're hopeful that this year we'll see more solid plans come through.
Okay, and then let's talk about the public market.
Sure.
Last time I asked you a few questions, there were still looking at various spots and coming up with some options. Are there options now?
We are looking at, there's some sites in the downtown area that they have highlighted. I believe the folks that we're working with to give us more details and more of that information are still working through some of that. So I don't know that we've got any latest and greatest information, but I think we're getting closer to having some specific sites downtown.
Okay, and then the La Crosse Center.
Yes.
What is new? What's happening right now? I know that we're working on still how to pay, how to pay for this project, and you had talked about the city needs to possibly raise hotel room taxes.
Right.
Where are we at with what's happening at the La Crosse Center?
So we have the concept's been approved. I think everybody is feeling like it's full steam ahead to move forward now with the more detailed designs. We have, in essence, the financing plan worked out, the combination of borrowing and cash reserves and money that we are receiving from the state of Wisconsin. Now we're in the mode of getting down to some of those details. So we are looking at the potential of doing an increase to our room tax, not as much as I was originally proposing. I was looking at a pretty significant change, but I heard a lot of feedback that would not be good. So we're looking at a smaller increase, probably in the 9.5% rate. Right now it's 8%, so it would be a slight increase, and then looking at some other changes to budgeting so that we can, get that thing going. Yeah,
I was just going to say, all of these things are trucking along, maybe not at the rate that a lot of people in the community would want them to happen.
I know. I feel the same way at times, where it's like, can we just get going on this? But yes, I think we're very close. We're still in the plan to, start work on that center this year.
All right, Mayor Kabat, we always love when you come by with information. Keep us posted. You
can
tell us first when you learn stuff.
We'll do.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.